Hey guys, it's Yorkie here and welcome to the channel for what is a pretty exciting video, and we're going to start off with a pretty exciting announcement in that the channel has now become sponsored by Trak Racer. Yes, I'm very pleased to announce that partnership as Trak Racer approached me and asked if I'd like to become a brand ambassador for them. And as I've been looking at various different sim rigs over the course of the last 8 to 10 months with the intention of getting one later on down the line, I very much jumped at the opportunity to do so. So I want to say a massive thank you to Trak Racer for believing in me and giving me this opportunity. And I also want to say a massive thank you as well to all you viewers, because without your support over the recent years, the channel wouldn't be in the position that it would be in today, where these kind of opportunities pop up every now and then. So from the bottom of my heart, a massive thank you. So you might be wondering what this partnership actually means for myself, and hopefully you can see that I'm now actually sat in a sim rig, the Trak Racer TR80 to be specific. And as you can probably tell by the title of this video, we're going to be doing a first look and initial impressions of the rig here today. Later on down the line, we will be doing some more videos taking a look at the build process with some hints and tips there, and we'll also be doing a final review in a few months' time just to give you guys basically an idea of what the rig is actually like, having spent quite a bit more time and having actually tested it a bit more vigorously. So if you're interested in either of those two videos, please consider subscribing to the channel with that bell notification. That way you'll be notified of those videos when they go live. So yeah, hopefully this video is going to be of interest for you. Either you're looking for a sim rig yourself, or you've already got one and just want to find some accessories, some additional parts to add and upgrade it. Or you may be looking for something like a wheel stand or even a flight sim rig. Trak Racer does offer a variety of different rigs and accessories that you can put on to tube frame rigs, full 80x20 or 80x40 aluminium profile rigs as well. There are two links down in the description below, one to the UK store and one to the EU store. So yeah, feel free to go and take a look there. And just as full disclosure and full open honesty about those two links as well, they are sponsored links. So if you do end up purchasing a product through either of those two links on either the UK or the EU store, I'll get a little bit of commission from it. So it's an extra way for you guys to help support the channel, and I'll be very thankful that if you do buy and purchase something from Trak Racer, that you did use those links down there below. But yeah, enough of the rambling, let's get on to the actual main part of the video, the initial look and first impressions. So the actual rig that Trak Racer have sent me is the TR80 20 Mach 3. There are various different versions of it on the website, as you can see here. I've got the standard wheel deck with the rally style seat. As you can see, there's options with a GT style seat, which kind of wraps around you a little bit more and has a bit more bolstering. And then there's options for various different wheel mounts. So if you've got a Fanatec Podium DD1, DD2, there's an option there for you. Likewise, if you've got another form of the direct drive wheels, such as a Simicube or something like that, you can use another different wheel mount or wheel decking option there as well. So just quickly running through a number of the accessories that actually come with the rig. Obviously, you're going to get a wheel deck that you can mount your wheel to. This you can adjust, sliding it backwards and forwards, and also you can adjust the angle as well just by tightening or loosening the bolts. You get a set of seat brackets and also a seat slider as well, which allows you to slide the seat backwards and forwards to help get in and out of it like you would with a real car, and also obviously adjust your seating position through that as well. You of course get an adjustable two-way pedal mounting system, so with that you can adjust the position of the pedals, not only moving it further away or closer towards you, but you can also move it up and down, and you can also adjust the angle of the pedal deck as well. So you can adjust the angle and get those pedal faces at a nice lovely 90-degree angle, if that is what you are comfortable with. And then the final accessory that comes with the rig is going to be an adjustable shifter mount, which you can put on either the left or the right hand side depending on your own personal preference. As for the actual rig itself, it's constructed with black anodized 80x40 aluminium profiles that form up the actual base of the rig. As you can see, there are nice lovely slots that run all the way along each of the aluminium profiles, which is absolutely fantastic for accessibility and customizability. It allows you to basically have near enough infinite adjustment options along those profiles. You can position it where position things such as the wheel stand, the pedal plate, the seating mounting brackets, anywhere along those 80 by 40 aluminium profiles. It's absolutely fantastic. And of course it is very, very rigid and also very, very sturdy as well. I've done a number of sessions driving in the rig already, including a 24-hour race on at Le Mans in iRacing as well. Did that on the past weekend, and the rig is just absolutely solid. There's no flex in it whatsoever, providing that you've got everything all nicely tightened up. Obviously, where I'm using a Thrustmaster T300, it's not producing anywhere near the power that a direct drive will produce, so there is absolutely no qualms in terms of stressing out the rig itself. There is no flex in terms of the wheel deck, the positioning of it and the mounted brackets, and it being mounted to the 80 by 40 aluminium profile. As you can see, there is a little bit of wobble when I move the wheel in a certain way. This is purely just between the actual the wheel deck and also the wheelbase itself. It's not quite 100% fully secured, so I need to tighten that up a little bit there to make sure that there is no flex or wobble in that regard. But the actual wheel deck mount itself is proper rigid, doesn't move. Likewise with the pedal deck as well, I'm using a set of Club Sport, Fanatec Club Sport V3 pedals. I've got the load cell fairly soft, so I'm not going to be stressing it or anything there, but there is absolutely no flex in terms of the pedal deck mounting. Obviously once you've got everything tightened up, it's all nice, lovely and rigid, which is great for getting very aggressive on the brakes and providing that very vital key consistent feedback that you are going to need. So overall, I'm really, really pleased with the strength, the versatility of the rig, and the fact that I can adjust it and move things around to however I want to position it to be perfect for my driving position. I have done a little bit of fiddling since I initially set it up, but I don't think I've quite got 100% the perfect driving position as of yet, so I'll probably be doing a little bit more fiddling come later on down the line. But overall, aesthetically, I think the rig looks absolutely fantastic. As you can see, I've got a couple of other additional accessories that I've got here. I've got the TR80 black mounted single monitor stand with the Visa mount. That's allowing me to put my BenQ monitor up there in front of me. Unfortunately, none of the rigs actually come with a wheel stand, so you will have to purchase one of those separately. You can either get something that is freestanding, or you can get something that will mount directly onto the rig here like I have. There are of course triple screen mounting options, and there's also an additional 4th screen mounting option that you can also get there as well. There's all sorts of various different accessories that you can purchase. The other one that I'll quickly mention that I've got here is the mouse pad accessory, which obviously, as you can see, is mounted to the base of the aluminium profile and basically just allows me to use the mouse here off to the side. I think I need to refine the position of that a little bit because it is a little bit awkward to get in and out of the rig with that there, but at the same time I kind of need it in that position to actually be able to obviously use a mouse. So I need to do a little bit of fiddling and a little bit of adjustment just to refine the rig, but overall it looks absolutely fantastic. It fits very, very nicely in this corner, although one thing that's definitely worth mentioning with regards to the size of the rig is to be very, very wary of the overall footprint. So as you can see advertised on the website, the base of the rig itself is 1.2 meters in length and then 58 centimeters wide. However, as you can see, as illustrated in the picture on the website as well, the pedal deck actually overhangs the base of the rig itself. Mine's doing so by about 10 to 15 centimeters or so. Just kind of eyeballed it, I haven't actually measured it. And then likewise at the opposite end, the seat is also overhanging by about 15, maybe 20 odd centimeters, maybe 25 at a bit of a push. That's just due to the way that I've got the seat angled. Now when it comes to the width, this is going to depend on the monitor mounting option that you go for. Where I've gone for the one that directly bolts onto the actual rig itself. The aluminium profile that you mount the monitor onto is 1.2 meters wide, so that does widen the overall profile of the rig by quite a significant amount. However, that is obviously raised up in the air rather than down on ground level, so do keep that in mind when it comes to purchasing a rig. Just make sure you got the available space. Obviously, if you go with a freestanding monitor mounting option, things may be a little bit different there. I can't speak from experience with that regard, but do make sure that you double check product dimensions and everything on the website before purchasing, and obviously that you do have the space to facilitate the rig in whichever room you are going to be placing it. But just finishing up on the aesthetics, I think it looks absolutely fantastic in the black anodized aluminium. Really like the look of it. The only downside to the black aluminium is that any scratches, any knocks or chips that you get in any of the aluminium profiles do show up quite easily. So do be wary of that. Obviously, make sure that when you purchase the product and you receive it, that you take everything out of the packaging carefully, check over for any scratches or knocks or anything like that, and get the parts replaced if you're not happy with the condition of them. For me, pretty much all the aluminium profiles, pretty much all the brackets, and all the mounting mechanisms and everything came in absolutely fantastic condition. There was one aluminium profile that had a bit of scuffing on it, as you can probably see here, but it doesn't really bother me too much. It's hidden, I can't see it, so therefore I don't really feel the need to go back to Trak Racer to get the part swapped out. They have also reassured me that if there are any damaged parts in any of the customers' orders, they'll be very swift and very happy to replace that part and have your rig looking tip-top perfect. So good customer service there. As for the rest of the rig though, it looks great. It comes with end caps that you can pop on the end of the aluminium because it is quite sharp, so do be careful when it comes to building. That obviously we'll be doing a separate build video to talk about all those kind of things. But yeah, aesthetically, it looks absolutely fantastic. As I mentioned earlier, in terms of how rigid the rig is, it is absolutely rock solid. Like I said, barely any flex, if at all, in either the pedal plate or on the wheel mount. Obviously, like I mentioned, the wheel does actually move slightly on the wheel deck itself, but I think I just need to secure that a little bit better. There's no movement in the seat, which feels really nice as well. Haven't tried out the shifter as of yet, the shifter mount there, so I can't really speak for that, but that feels pretty solidly bolted on. There is a tiny little bit of flex there, so I'm expecting something if I'm going to be absolutely slamming the gears with a H pattern shifter, but for now I don't really feel the need to mount the shifter there, so that'll probably be something that I actually cover in the overall review later on down the line. The last thing that I basically wanted to talk about was the seat. And it is very comfortable. I'm very pleased with how it feels. I quite like the fact that the rally style seat is a little bit more open, especially in and around the head here. Obviously, where I'm using headphones, there's just a lot more space. So I can move my head back and forth. It allows me to use the Trak IR without any interference or anything like that of accidentally knocking the sensor when it's mounted to the side of the headset, and obviously it allows me to look around the room as well, so when like my girlfriend comes in I can easily talk to her. I don't have to lean forward and peer around the side of the kind of wraparound bolstering at the top of the seat that you kind of get on the GT style seat. So overall, I'm really pleased. It's super comfy to sit in here. Like I said, I did the iRacing Le Mans 24 hours and spent the majority of the time sat in the rig, and it was very nice and comfortable. And then yeah, the fact that I've got it kind of leant back a little bit just helps support my legs a little bit more when I've got my feet up on the pedals, just making sure that they're in a good place. My back is nicely supported. I might have a look in the future and maybe getting some lumbar support just there, because a previous seat that I had been using as like my normal desk chair that had some lumbar support, so my back will probably appreciate that. But generally it feels very good. It feels very nice and racy. It does make you feel like you are kind of in a way sat in a race car, and yeah, the overall experience of being sat in the rig is an awful lot of fun. As I mentioned previously, I used to just mount my wheel onto my desk and then have this rather interesting pedal setup that you can see here, where I had two pieces of wood behind the pedal plate, another piece of wood behind that, and then behind that would be the subwoofer. That was just to try and stop the pedals from moving around on the carpet and moving back and forth, as obviously pressing quite hard on the load cell brake pedal. Although I had it as probably at one of its softest settings that it could possibly go to, it would move back and forth a little bit. The pedal plate would tilt and the front end would lift up, so I even had to keep my right foot when it was off the throttle pressed down on the pedal plate, whilst obviously pressing on the brake to stop the pedal brake from actually lifting up. So yeah, going from that to this proper rig is a whole other experience, and it's been an awful lot of fun. I cannot wait to spend more time in it. The final thing is obviously adjustability. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a whole lot of customization that you can do here. You can refine this rig down to pretty much the nearest millimeter, so getting that perfect driving position is going to be quite easily possible with this rig. With the amount of adjustability that there is, you can adjust the height of the monitor, the angle of the monitors, obviously you can adjust the height of the wheel deck. Obviously, like I mentioned, you can slide that backwards and forwards on the wheel deck mounted mechanism, and then you can also adjust the tilt angles of it as well. There's 3 slots for that. And then obviously the pedal deck has got a lot of options with regards to how far away you have the pedal deck away from you, the height of the pedal deck, and then also the angle as well, and of course same with the seat. So across all those options there, it covers a whole breadth and range of varying different heights of people. So those much taller people could probably be able to use the rig and set it up in a way that will suit them, and those who are much smaller and much shorter will also be able to find their perfect driving position as well. It's kind of a rig that's going to suit a variety of people in terms of build and stature, whereas some rigs that you do see are quite a bit more limiting in terms of the range of movement, but this TR80 has none of those issues. So yeah, so far I am very impressed and very pleased with how this rig and how this build has turned out. I am very excited for the future, not only in upgrading the rig but also showing you guys the kind of things that you can do with the rig, and also I'm very excited with the other videos as well, such as the build process. We've got obviously the review coming in a few months time, and then I'll probably do a video, as I mentioned, on the overall seating position and making sure that you're getting that right to kind of help you guys out a little bit more. So yeah, I just want to finish off by saying thank you very much once again for your continued support in me, and also in support in the channel as well. As I mentioned earlier, without that, the channel won't be getting these kind of opportunities that Trak Racer has presented me here, and given me the option or the possibility of owning a proper sim rig. So to them and to you, I am very thankful. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. And just like I said earlier on, if you are looking for a sim rig and you are considering a Trak Racer rig, please use either of the 2 links that are down in the description. You can also find them on my social media and also on my Discord channel as well. But it'll be very much appreciated. And if you do purchase a product on either the UK or EU stores via those links, I will get a small commission, and I'll be very thankful for that as well. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video with my first initial look and first impressions of the Trak Racer TR80. Until the next video, have fun, stay safe, take care.